This is Rari Love, and you're watching YurpTV.
It's Wise Ruler. You already know. We on Yurp with my boy Quasi.
Popo taking photos, yeah. Talking is a no-no, hey, call me Quasimodo. You know me, 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 you know me. After that paper, yeah, that paper, yeah, that paper, yeah, that paper. You know me, you know me.
Wise Ruler, Rari Love, welcome back to YurpTV, man.
Hey.
Wise, this your second time on Yurp. Rari, this actually gonna be your fourth time on YurpTV. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about, man. The building is real here, you feel me? Wise, man, what you been up to all this time, bro?
Chilling, man. Trying to stay out the way.
I feel that, yeah, definitely. You been rocking with the NBM movement, man? You been pushing that?
Yeah, I've been doing my thing, man. You know,
Word.
I'm in the streets all the time, you know.
That's a bet.
Motivating, always building,
Yeah.
analyzing, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely a
Studying
fact.
life around me, but, you know,
Yeah,
trials and tribulations be real, but I'm still here, though.
I feel that. What about you, Rari?
Blessings.
Where? How your readings going? How your readings going?
Oh, great. Yeah, I've definitely been building when it comes to the readings. I've met people all over, connecting through FaceTime, Facebook,
Word.
just social media.
That's what's
and
up.
I do have a membership, so I have members.
Word.
Members,
Yeah, for your group.
Yeah,
Lady.
not my group.
Word.
For basically readings with Rari,
Yeah.
loyalty membership, basically where I'm able to check on them. I have a closer personal relationship than people who kind of just come, get a reading, and go.
Yeah.
These are clients that I'm able to regulate their life progress, their soul's journey. So
That's
it's a
what's up.
beautiful thing. Yeah.
That's good to hear, man. So pretty much y'all both progressing after our interviews. That's what's up, man. That's what I'm looking to do around here, man. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, you'll progress a little more after this. So this is going to be the third episode of YurpTV YurpTV presents YurpTV Debates. So our first topic we're going to go with is going to be, I'll go with relationships,
Okay.
right? Since we just hit that off camera. Wise, man, give me your honest assessment, man, of the black relationship these days.
Right, 'cause I'm curious to know.
I mean, really, I can only build off, you know what I'm saying, what I see around me every day, you know what I'm saying, my own life experience dealing with relationships, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
I mean, the way I see it, I think relationships, they ain't built on no solid foundation out here. You know
Not
what I'm
these
saying?
days. I agree.
Like, it's either, I ask this question a lot, like, what do you have to offer in a relationship? From a woman perspective, it's mostly then, you know, I cook, I clean, I take care of the kids, you know, I go to work. A man will be like, you know, they get to the money, or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They do this, do that, but it really don't be no solid foundation, like cooking, cleaning, taking care of my child.
That's regular.
Having on, everybody's supposed to already have that.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
what else do you have to bring to the table? You know what I'm saying? Me, I bring my money, you feel what I'm saying? But in a relationship, it's like a control thing, like who's supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? Like who's supposed to take the lead, who's supposed to, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The way I see relationships, they just ain't built on no solid foundation. So that's where all the problems come from.
I feel
You know
that.
what I'm saying? In relationships.
Rory?
So I agree somewhat. Relationships are not built on a solid foundation because I think people have lost sight of what the foundation really is. They have lost sight of what we are supposed to be doing, because before it used to be man take care of home, man takes care of the financial responsibilities, and woman takes care of home and just, you know, the domestic things of living, where taking care of the kids, et cetera, et cetera. Now that more women are working.
Well,
Right.
I would intervene here.
Okay.
Black women always had to work, whether it was gardening, where it was, you know, they've always been working anyway. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Now that more women are working, and it's not just, you know, getting a little bit of change, you know, they're working just as hard as men are, you know, and a lot of men are not in the homes, whether that's due to their own, what's the word I'm looking for?
Their own fault.
Their own fault, you know, the system, or just them being broken. There's a lot of broken men out here, as there is women, but it's
What would
like,
you consider a broken man?
a broken man, a lot of family issues that haven't been healed. Men have always been taught to don't cry, be tough, do this, do that. Or like, while as a child for a female, you've been taught how to be a wife by giving you cooking stuff and giving you baby dolls, and you know, all of that was practice. What did men do to practice to be a man? You know, you had your little tools, you had this, you had that, but if you didn't have a man in the home, what were you really going off of, right? So there was already a disadvantage to, I believe, what I see, a lot of what I see now. The problem is a lot of issues when it comes to family, how they were brought up, and they harbor all of these emotional feelings and they don't know how to express them, and the women aren't making it any easier.
I agree.
You know, but then it's like, you know, it's really listening to that silent cry from your man, and a lot of women aren't doing that because they have so much already on their plate as well. You know, or if you do, they're pushing you away because they probably opened up before, you know, et cetera, et cetera. We became damaged.
Do you agree?
Both ends.
I heard. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about
It do got a lot to do with how we were raised, you know what I'm saying? The women and the men. But see, you can take it all the way back, like back as far as you want to go. You can go all the way back to the plantation. You feel what I'm saying? The man removed out the picture. The women left to be raised by the woman, whether if it was the male child or the woman or the little girl. You feel what I'm saying? And the little girl was raised a certain type of way based on the environmental circumstance, and the male was raised a certain type of way. Still to this day, it's the same thing. You feel what I'm saying?
You think it's
We're
still
not breaking
physical
the
or more mental these days?
It's mental.
Okay.
Like right now, I was just in social services the other day. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I got my own spot now. I had the dog gonna go to social service, try to get my light straight. You feel?
Yeah.
Went down there. I had to sit on the child support side. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it was so packed. You feel what I'm saying? Going to the child support side. Now I observed multiple women come in there with their kids, little boys, little girls. They coming up there, putting men on child support.
That's
you
right.
feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sitting down in the waiting area, having conversations in front of these little girls, in front of these little boys,
About the men.
about the men and all other type of adult stuff. You know what I'm saying? That the children really don't have no business hearing because they thinking these children ain't really doggone comprehending and knowing what's going on, but it ain't hard for them to comprehend what's going on when they get the verbal and the visual. You feel what I'm saying? They go with you feel what I'm saying?
I feel that.
So it's like,
That's what they
and they
raised up
growing,
on.
that's what I'm saying, they being raised up. And this mindset is being perpetuated in real time. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, you got men and women, they grown, we come together, and then they still building off of these old biased perceptions that have been planted in the mind by who? The women.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Ain't no men raising no kids out here.
That's-
It ain't no men full time.
It's some, but it's
very
It's
few.
very few.
It ain't
You don't
enough.
see it. It's not popular.
It ain't
It's almost
enough.
foreign.
Yeah.
It's not
Like
enough.
what?
It's not enough to create a cycle.
I understand.
You feel what I'm saying? Right now, it's a cycle being perpetuated.
Facts.
And
And that has been.
that has
like
been
that.
perpetuated. And this, to me, the woman is at the root of
What-
perpetuating that
And
cycle.
you know
What are you guys' thoughts on child support? We'll start with Rari. Go
Personally,
ahead.
you know, I don't. I have 2 children of my own,
Okay.
and I would never put him on child support.
You don't have your
No, I do not.
Okay.
And I don't care if he was to drop off the face of this earth right now.
Now, why is
You
that?
know, God forbid. I don't like the system, and I don't believe I or anyone else can make you do anything. You know, at the end of the day, you are your own individual. They're my children, just as much as they are yours, but they're my children.
Right.
You know?
And at the end of the day, you can't have no, I don't need no man mentality. Then go run down here replacing the man
With the system.
government assistance.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying?
And what he does not do, that's on him. You know that.
I'm gonna
has to
tell you,
take up
man.
to that.
Being a father to 6 children, the most torment you get as a father is what you're not able to do for your children. You see what I'm saying? If you're a real dad, if you care. But the most torment you get is in your mind not being able to provide. You know what I'm saying? So being put on child support and having to go to jail if you broke, that really don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Because we're already going through enough mentally. Because obviously there's a reason why we're not supporting. Now, if you just got niggas that ain't shit, then
and it forces men to do what? It forces them into a life of crime.
Fact.
Because it's like, you know what? Now I gotta get fast money, or I'm going to jail.
I ain't paying no child support.
I won't even say my take on that, but I'm with you, bro.
You know, but some don't agree. But I am gonna say this.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll go for government assistance, and they'll say you have to put him on child support.
Put him on child.
But
that, you know, there's ways around it, though.
Yeah, of course there's ways around it. I mean,
and I done had a couple people doing ways around it for me. So if you go down there with the intentions of putting niggas on child support, that's different. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. But you know, it all has its own, you know, and how people think and view certain things. I personally will not.
I feel that.
I'm not gonna do it.
What's the main thing stopping people from being married these days? Because, I mean, marriage has gone down the drain. Like, the most popular people in the world aren't even married currently. You know what I'm saying? You could just name
It's the
any artist.
responsibility. It's the responsibility, and it's, you know, it's so easy to get in marriage, and it's hard as hell to get out. I've been married before. I don't know if you have or not, but you know, it's just that responsibility. So say, you know, he has children, you are now responsible of his other kids. You know, you're responsible of his child support, you're responsible of his bills. If he has debts, they're your debts. You know, you've literally become one. There are perks to marriage if it is done correctly. But it sounds so crazy that marriage, you know, it's a contract. It is literally a contract.
That's a fact.
That's really what it is. The love and the I want to be in union with you, they're not so much looking for love. They're looking for stability. They're looking for security. You know,
I think it's been that way, though, hasn't it? You don't think it's been that way? It's just more amplified with social media.
Yeah,
you have a lot more choice.
Yeah, I definitely
with social.
agree.
Well, I'm gonna ask you why, since we talked about early social media. But with social media, is a lot more temptation and a lot more options. You get what I'm saying?
A lot more
Especially
options.
for like the alpha male and the alpha female. You get what I'm saying? The top 10% of males and females, they got the most options at their fingertips.
And I agree with that, but at the same time, you will forever be looking for something, because there's going to always be somebody who has something more. There's always going to be somebody who looks better than you, smarter than you, you know. And if that's what you're looking for, you're just never going to find it.
Yeah, I
because
agree.
there's shit with everyone.
That's a fact.
So it's all about, you know, you picking your best pick, but then it's like, where does love come into there? Like, where does love? Like I was saying earlier, someone can have nothing today and everything tomorrow, or everything today and nothing tomorrow. So it's like you could choose somebody up right now, and God forbid they get in an accident and you know, paralyze themselves. Now they don't have nothing. You sit in there in a marriage for security, and he was able to do this, that, and the third for me, and now he can't do nothing. What are you gonna do?
What's the foundation of a relationship?
Exactly.
What is you bringing to the table?
I can only speak
What do
for
you
myself.
feel like a woman should bring to the table, Watts?
I mean,
Keep it all the way real.
I don't know. I really can't say. You feel what I'm saying? I know what I'm bringing to the table.
So if a woman says, "Oh, you ain't a man if you can't pay my bills," you ain't a
I done
man.
heard it all, bro. I done had a woman tell me straight up, say, when I first came home, I was hollering at this woman, bro, she told me, said, you know, after asking me all the questions, like, you got your own place, you got a job. So I ain't had none of that. So all that was like,
Off the list, yeah.
like I ain't qualified.
Yeah.
So I got to have all that. If I got all that, I don't even need you.
I don't
right
need
now.
you. It's
You
over
know what
with.
I'm
I don't
saying?
need you.
Like,
I might
see
need you
how
to
it
play
is.
around or something, but
You see
I already
how
built
it
my
is
empire.
for the black men out here, you feel what I'm saying? Like, for most black men, we being systemically shut out in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? A lot of roles just getting out. So if I'm just getting out, you know, a woman show interest in me or I show interest in a woman, like, really, I don't have nothing but my mindset to bring to the table. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't have nothing else. But
Yeah.
so if I got the in order to be with you, I got to have all this to qualify. I don't even need you.
Mm-hmm.
So do you feel like you should even pursue a woman if you don't have, you know what I'm saying, those things figured out?
Yeah, right now, like, yeah, don't even get your stuff together. Have
Get your stuff together.
You go into a relationship just in case it don't work out. You know what I'm saying?
It's fucked up. It got to be like that.
And then it's messed up.
It's messed up. It got to be like that. But you don't want to enter into no situation where, you know, somebody got something over you where anytime they get mad, they can doggone, you can get out. Or,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the
I
worst.
do this, I do that.
That's the worst.
So I do have a different opinion.
Let's hear it.
I personally really don't care what somebody has or doesn't have.
Okay.
I'm looking for the mind. I'm looking for the character. I'm looking for
That's
something
all I got.
that, yeah, I'm looking for something that cannot be mocked, because if a person has a broke mind, they will always be broke. No matter how
We're
much
talking
money
finances.
they have.
Finances, right?
Not just finances.
Okay.
You know, it becomes bigger than that. You know, if you have a broke mind, you will always be broke. You can run into all of this money today, and if you have a broke mind, you will then again be broke. You
Right.
get where I'm coming from? So I'm looking for something from a man where we're able to build. If I'm able to see the potential in you and you see the potential in me, we're able to take that and we're able to have our building blocks to build the life that we
But
choose
what
to
about when
have.
shit gets tough? Because it's not necessary. Everybody has that initial like. However, when things get tough is when you really start seeing who's a warrior.
I'm a writer though. You know,
Right.
I'm a person who is, you know, I improvise.
You got kids too, so
I
you
have
definitely
children, so
need money.
you have to, you know, you get put in situations where you may not have this, or you're not able to get this, or you don't have the resources. You know, that doesn't make me any less of a woman because I don't have that. Like, it doesn't make you any less of a man because you don't have that. Situations present themselves that put you in sticky situations where you have to do what you have to do at the end of the day. So does that take away from your character? No. It's how you overcome situations. It's how you apply your mind. You know what I'm saying?
What do you
To
think about that, Wes?
improvise.
What do you think about that, Wes?
Nah, she right though. That's why it's like it's like really a man need a woman and a woman need a man.
Agreed.
That's a fact.
For sure.
But go right to the foundation of
It
the
does.
relationship. It got to be mental.
And
So everything we
we
seeing
don't
on social
have-
media with girls saying I don't need a man, niggas saying I don't need no bitch, that's complete cap, right?
it's cap. They
Yeah.
know they want it, but this is the thing. This is like you said with the foundation. So say I got all of this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I get a man who doesn't have any of that, and I see the potential in him, and I've done this before. So I'm speaking off of experience. And you're like, you know, you're cool, you're understanding, you're not worried about it, this, that, and the third. Those, like, majority of the time, I believe because they feel insecure or they feel as though that they are not at a level, they slide on you. Like, they really try to manipulate and they use you as a, what's the word I'm looking for? A stepping stone. Like, where you were just like, oh, if I got all that, then I don't need you. It becomes like, you just had me for a need where I was looking for love and you're looking for what I can do
Right,
for you.
without coming with, if I got all that, what I need you for? I mean, you can come
For-
through, I can, and then.
But see, that's
After
the
that-
problem. That's the problem. No. I want to get into this. That's the problem. That's what I'm talking about. See what I'm saying? So
No,
you're
they make
saying
it like that, like you make yourself.
right, and that's why it's so hard to find real love because it's all about what can you do for me.
That's a fact. I'm with her with that. You know what I'm saying?
But this is my
I'm with
thing.
you.
This where I'm at with it. The foundation that I'm trying to build. What can I do for you? I can help you grow and be the best version of yourself.
But how would you go about doing that?
By loving you. Love. Where's the love? I'm gonna love you through everything, anything, whatever it is that you want to do. I'm gonna support you.
So what
when
is
you
love
fail, love is love.
Come in a little
Unconditional
bit.
love.
Come in a little bit, right?
Unconditional love. Being able to love someone with no conditions, like you love your kids. Your kids fail daily, right? They do things that you don't want them to do, right? They're not always, you know, they're not always hitting your expectations, but you love them anyway.
I've thought about that before, and I wondered. So yeah, I've thought about that too. Like my last situation I was in, where I was married or whatever the case. I was like, you know, if you don't love me the way you love your kids, and that's unconditional, because your kids can cuss you out, you still don't love them.
Yeah.
Your kids can cheat on you or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever you know what I'm saying? Whatever they do,
Yeah.
and you still gonna love them.
Yeah.
If I don't got that same respect, I don't want it. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? And I chose to really walk this type of path.
Agreed. And people like, oh, well, I'll never put you at the level of my kids. But why not? If you love me, then the love is going to be there. It comes to the point like now, it's like, I love you, but with conditions.
Yeah.
I love you, but if you don't have no job, you got to go.
Yeah.
I love you, but if you know, now, of course.
Because people think, you know, it's more fish in the sea. However,
Yeah.
you're going to deal with another fish with these type of problems. Instead of having problems like, you know, cheating or whatever the case is,
Yeah.
they probably beat on you.
But those aren't, now we're taking it to a new level then.
What do you mean?
You know, like now we have a problem. Because if my love for you starts hurting me, there's a problem. You
Like
have to
if
go.
someone cheats on you. We said unconditional.
Cheating.
You know what unconditional means?
I know what unconditional means, but cheating.
That means no condition are you able to say you don't love me.
I can still love you through it. You're better than that.
But why would you leave something
at the
you
same
love?
time,
You wouldn't leave your kids.
Again, if my love for
Black
you.
men don't cheat. That's a fact. I don't cheat.
See how you turn a little over there? You go. Look, so my thing is, it only becomes a problem, and it's not about a condition. It then becomes about self-love and respect for yourself. You know, I can love you through conditions, but that doesn't mean conditions that start to hinder me or conditions that start to take away or break me down as a person.
But
That's not fair.
I'm not
That means
understanding because you
love
said
me.
unconditional.
But it's we are in us.
Unconditional. That's a.
Unconditional means no condition. By no condition, that cover everything.
And I know some women that love me and unconditional. These dudes be doing something.
That's a fact.
Everything,
That's a
man.
fact.
They
I'm with wise.
still
I'm with wise.
I just doggone forgot to put the toilet seat down.
Yeah.
Got put out.
Yeah.
Nah, for real. But not after that. But that's, you know, you don't have love for yourself. You know, but that's where my cutoff is. When my love for you starts to hurt me, you have to go. Because you don't love me. And
You feel like he doesn't love you. This is another thing, Wise. There's another thing. Making an assumption about a man we don't know how a man operates is not good. Because I think men and women love differently. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
I'll let Wise go into it a little bit more. But men and women love differently. You know what I'm saying? Your love is more so of, you know, like you said, it is conditional. Because if he does cheat on you, if he does sleep around with the neighbor, or if he does spend money on another woman, or whatever the case, you will up and leave depending on what type of woman you are. And that is conditional. However, a man on the other end, you know, we're not thinking, if we do, okay, I was thinking about cheating. I'm going to talk about it. So with cheating, right? Women cheat for different reasons than men cheat, to me. When we cheat, it's because we got hard, she was there, and we did that. Nothing else. A woman cheats to find another mate. That's not the same thing, because we can get a nut off and like, excuse me, I'm going back to my wife. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? This was nothing. Don't even call me. A woman is more, you know what I'm saying? It's more of an ongoing, I'm trying to look and see if you could be my next potential mate type of deal. That right there lets you know we are separate as individuals, and it's not the same.
Yeah, you'll start hitting this dude up trying to get little stuff when he ain't got it. Now
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
ass man to get it. He ain't always. But I ain't got it to be nothing.
But now, like honestly speaking, I have an open mind when it comes to cheating per se.
Have you ever cheated?
Have I ever cheated?
Yes.
No.
Really?
No, I ain't never cheated.
Cap.
No, I ain't never cheat though. Like
Yeah.
I make
You
sure.
thinking about it?
I make sure.
cheat.
Nah, like I make sure I'm out of my relationship.
Okay.
If I go do anything.
But it was fast. Like it'd be the next day with
How do
somebody
you know
else.
when you out of the
Nah.
relationship though?
That means
that's a good question. That's a good question.
That means we broke
Very
up.
good
We
question.
broke up.
That's a good question.
We
How do
broke
you
up.
know? How do you know he broke up?
But what? Because I make him.
Nah.
Like, I'm going to let you know.
I know
but-
some niggas that'll kill you over their ex. So, you know,
Well,
how
I never had no problems like that. But
Word.
my thing is this. You know, when I get to the point where I am ready to have sex with another man, I don't want you. Like, I don't want you no more. You know, 'cause I'm real, I can get really attached, and I can get really attached to the potential of someone, and that's my problem. And I'll see my whole life with you.
Yeah, that might be my problem too, man.
I see my whole life with you. So I don't see anybody else because I already chose you. Before I chose you, I went through the extent of, can I commit to you? So once I've committed, I'm fully capable of being with you for the rest of my life. I done already thought about all your flaws. I done already seen, I analyze. My brain is like a computer. So it's like, I've already analyzed all of that. Your shortcomings, your flaws, things you don't talk about, all of that. And then, you know what I do. So I already done seen it. So I'm not even going to make that type of mistake. I'm careful even when it looks like I'm not. You know what I mean? Now, when it's time for me to release you because your ego got in the way of what you could have been.
See that? That's that conditional coming in, Wise.
No, but that has nothing to do with me, though.
Why'd you say
Because
that?
I was fully prepared to love you. You weren't ready to love me.
How do you know that?
That's all I was asking. That's all I want to know is how do you know what he was trying to do?
I don't have time.
I don't have time.
I don't have time. I don't have time to figure it out. Like, I'm very vocal. So we're communicating. At any time you can communicate what it is that you want to do and what you don't want to do. I'm not your mother. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to raise you. So if you're not ready for what I'm ready for, that's okay. And I can let you go with love.
So,
I still love you.
One last question to both of you.
Okay.
What do you consider a good woman to be, Wise? And what do you consider a good man to be? And vice versa.
You want to go first with me?
What do you consider a good man to be?
A
Right.
good man.
Yeah.
He is sensitive to my feelings, my emotions, even when I want. I like to be babied in a way, so I can get like that. Like you gotta be strong so much to the public. You want somebody that's just gonna hold you, love you, listen. I talk a lot, so I want somebody that's gonna be able to listen to me and listen to understand, not just to respond. Has a partnership, knows when to lead, but also knows when to submit, and that's vice versa. Just being able to play that, and that should fit like a puzzle.
So you're saying a man that submits?
Knows when to lead and when to submit.
Okay, what do you mean by submit?
So if I have an opinion,
I get it.
you get it. If I have an opinion,
I understand a little bit just for people who don't.
right? Or if I really am headstrong about something, you're not trying to exert your leadership on me.
Respect.
You might just compromise. Compromise is okay. Submitting isn't just always submitting and not doing what you don't want to do. Submitting can be compromise as well. I compromise. I'm cool with that. You have to do that when it comes to a partnership. We are partners. I don't even like calling it a relationship. It is a partnership. We are partners. We are going at life together. We are our own individual, and then we are in the us. So being able to feed yourself and making sure that you're healing yourself, making sure that you are keeping yourself up health-wise, mentally, emotionally, etc., etc. And when you need me, I'm here, and vice versa. But you still are doing that work yourself. You have to do the work. And then as an us, we have to do the work as an us. Making sure that we are, spending time, making sure that you're having regular sex. That matters. You have to have regular sex. When the sex starts to damper off, the relationship is right behind it, or they're getting it from somewhere else.
What do you consider a good woman, Wise?
Good woman, man. Considering all that we up against,
Yeah.
a good woman would be somebody that's, has the ability to communicate on an intelligent level, open to new ideas, willing to start a new way of living, you know what I'm saying? Like all that, because, we having this conversation about men and women. Like, men and women both got different views and opinions about the opposite sex. So, so really, man, basically just having a woman that understand, man, that can communicate, one that you can build with. Cause they say 2 heads is better than one.
I feel
And
that.
if we can't come together and make something better out of life, ain't no need to be with you. Man.
I feel that. I feel that. Let everybody know where they can find y'all social medias at, man.
You can find me on Facebook, Rari Love, RARILOVE. Snapchat, Lovable Beauty, LOVABLEBEAUTI. Or IG, which is like love_Rari22, something like that.
There you go.
Yeah, you can find me on Wise Ruler, Facebook. And for the love of relationships, being long lasting, try to only manage one account. I think that.
Facts.
It's real though.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right.
What you doing, Quasi? Shit. Working on my bankroll. Trying to flip it cause I'm tired of the same mode. Getting richer on these niggas, that's my main goal. That's my main goal.